Good evening. My name is Enright. So I'm in a small town in Honduras having my cigarette, because if there's one thing I love when I'm away from my children, it's killing myself with Marlboro Light. Though there are quicker ways to get killed here in Honduras, where I am writing a piece about land tenure for an Irish aid agency. There's the big fat gun of the guy protecting the little restaurant. And there are the many other guns, the private militias, the narcos, the army, the customs and excise, the polizia, the gangs, of course, the occasional lawyer or journalist, or other private citizen who feels a bit vulnerable in the circumstances. Not so many among the poor campesinos whose land has been taken away from them. Not so many among the human rights campaigners or the ecological rights campaigners, but still, lots and lots of guns here in Honduras, apart from the aid workers, of course, the humanitarians. The aid workers have no guns. Now, I love aid workers, and I sort of resent aid workers because they are better than me, morally. And they also have better stories, and there is nothing I could write, I am a fiction writer, to match one of their littlest stories. So this aid worker, Sally, points into the little town square, and she says, "That is where they left her head." Okay. The narcos launder their money through the local market women. They pay them money and then take charge of their little bank accounts, many, many small bills, many women, $50 or $100 at a time. These women with their onions or rice or piles of bad t-shirts. And one of these women, her husband is a drunk and he takes the $50 to go drinking, so she can't put it in the bank for the narcos. And the narcos come and they dismember her and leave her body parts scatter around the town and in the town square, and some nailed to the local lampposts. "Over there," she says. "Thanks for that, Sally." So I put out my cigarette because I really need a beer now, and I thank God or biology I have no interest in cocaine, which is the dirtiest thing in the world after oil. I have no interest in cocaine because when I tried it long ago, I was that boring, that bored on cocaine, yakety yak. I ended up talking about the price of my own sunglasses, yakety yak. I mean, I'm really interesting when I'm drunk. I'm a deeply interesting and sometimes tortured human being. I don't mean tortured the way the narcos do torture. I mean the way Sylvia Plath did tortured. "My Body is a Cage" is my favorite song title. It's by Arcade Fire. My body is a cage. The problem is getting out of there without letting the door slam behind you, because the greatest escape of all, unfortunately, and of course, is death. Meanwhile, there are day passes. Sex, meditation, psychosis, dissociative states, the endorphin rush of exercise, the top of the mountain, and the freewheel cycle downhill. Let us not forget poetry, the touch of someone you love. There is, when you think about it, love itself. But so effortful, all of them. So exhausting. This battle through the ego to escape the ego, this pushing of the body to be free of the body, when all you really have to do to escape your sad sack of bones and flesh is whatever. Take a pill. Or go for a swim, perhaps. I am mildly addicted to the sea. I like the way the salt water holds you up and slaps you about a bit. The sea is plentiful and cheap, and no one gets hurt when you swim in the sea. You are, as you float in it, connected to every other beach in the round world. And there in front of you, chopped about by the advancing waves, is the horizon line. And this does some secret muscular thing to your gaze. After 5 minutes swimming towards it, your brain will open simple as a window in April. Do you know the smell of a baby is addictive to its mother? The smell of her baby lights up the addiction centers of the brain in that poor, wrecked, non-smoking, non-drinking woman who is drunk on the smell of her new baby, dizzy, incoherent with it all. It doesn't work for everyone, of course, but yes, I inhaled. And can you just imagine what is happening in that new brain? How mad that baby is for its mother, what chaos and perfection is there, and what to do when it's gone. You know, with all the drugs I ever took, and there weren't that many, but I think I get it. I think I do get it. The aim is not to bring love back, that impossibility. The aim is to turn the absence of love into bliss, absence into bliss, bliss into boredom. The aim is to disconnect. You are 15 years old, you are 16 years old, and all you want to do is leave. You are nobody's baby, not anymore, and all you want to do is leave. How cool is that? It is very cool to be so in control of it all, to be nowhere and in control of nowhere, wearing your wonderful sunglasses late into the night.